Ready. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa Watson, founder of FyndTravel, and welcome to Event Check-in Chat with me, Lisa. It's your inside look at travel industry events so you can decide which events are truly worth attending and also get the behind the scenes of really understanding what these different travel events that are available out there for you. So today I'm thrilled to spotlight a brand new event making its debut this summer. It's the 2025 Northeast Travel Excellence Summit. And again, this is an ASTA event, and it's happening June 29th through July 1st at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. And joining me is someone who has been helping bringing this event to life along with the rest of her team. Right now, I have Ann Lewis. She's ASTA's Northeast Regional Director for ASTA. And Anne has been a powerhouse in our industry, really, dedicating a lot of her time to the travel advisor community and leadership within the ASTA chapter. So I'm so happy to have Anne with us today. And Anne, thank you so much for being here. Just before we jump into the event, can you kind of tell those who might not know about your role as the Northeast Regional Director for ASTA and your journey with ASTA? And because you've committed or contributed so much to the advisor community, I would just love our viewers and watchers to be able to hear a little bit about your role and your story.
Thank you so much, Lisa, and thank you for having us on here with you and to give us this platform. Uh, Once again, my name is Ann Lewis, and I am the Northeast Regional Director for ASTA. Prior to being the Northeast Regional Director, I worked within my local chapter. I am the chapter president for Long Island ASTA in New York. And I've had several roles in um, in my chapter for several years and worked up, and I'm now the Northeast Regional Director, where I cover from Maine to Delaware. So our Northeast Regional Summit that's upcoming. Am I running ahead of you, Lisa? Can I go?
No, go ahead.
So our Northeast Regional Travel Excellence Summit is where we're looking to have all of our ASTA chapters participate, and they've been participating in. Um, we're coming together, and it is our first Northeast Regional Summit. Whereas we're bringing each and every, we're looking for all of the chapters' participation in our summit. We can all get together, and it's a broader scope of bringing us together here, and then we will all meet at convention next year, TAC, Travel Advisors Conference next year in San Diego.
Looking forward to that. That sounds like it's going to be a fun venue too. So
Yes, 2026 in
yeah,
San
I'll
Diego.
be there.
So we're definitely looking forward to all of our Northeast, not only ASTA members but non-ASTA members also to attend, just for the learning and the all of the fun activities that we have planned. We're going to give you the agenda of what's happening here today, but we're just happy to be here. We have Sharon who's on with us, and we have Falashade who's also on with us, who's been just such an intricate part of helping to get this up and off the road. Um, but
Excellent.
we are absolutely excited about it and looking forward to seeing everyone in next week.
Yes, absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uh, change my slide here, and I'm going to bring up. Let's see if it's going to even let me change it. Come on, technology. Let's see here. Here we go. I am going to bring up, as I saw here. Here we go. Bring it down. I found this on Facebook here, where it kind of talks a little bit more about like the great speaker lineup that you have and all the different components of your event. So can somebody kind of do a rundown on the key highlights that the attendees can to look forward to for your event?
Sure. I'm gonna let Falashade. Would you like to do the rundown, Falashade?
Sure, I'll do the rundown. Um,
Excellent.
I think one, those four speakers right there are just a snapshot. So when we thought about this conference and the learning piece of it, we're always constantly learning. So what are some of the things, some of the questions that advisors always have? How do I work with a tourism board? So we're going to talk about that. We have a panel of tourism operators that come in and they're going to talk how you can partner with them. If we look to Jen Lee, it's about oftentimes the psychology of selling. At the end of the day, we're sellers. How do we do that? So we're going to learn through what those different types are. We have someone coming in talking about groups, growing your sales through groups. I think everyone is looking towards groups and wondering how they can drive incremental sales. Um, so we brought in an expert who has successfully done that from an advisor standpoint as well. I think when you look at what we're doing, it is about looking across the spectrum of travel and all of the things that we need addressed. Belial is coming in to talk about things we don't necessarily talk about, but I think in this industry, we've realized over the past 12 months, how do you marry your finances, look broadly at it, how it does it incorporate with your personal life, as well as running a small business. So we're bringing in all of those things. Social media, we're bringing in a social media expert that's going, she partners with hotels, luxury hotels, and brings their brands to life. So, whether we want to admit it or not, this is a different time. So we have to be somewhat of a social influencer as well. So we're bringing in a lot of different things so you can boost efficiency. We have someone coming in talking about you have to be really organized in order to be successful. So how do you manage those flows of your business? And we're not talking about simply automation, but using it as a tool that doesn't replace the relationship aspect of selling and commuting with your clients, and how if you're the more efficient you are in terms of streamlining your business, the more you can focus on growing your sales, whether that's repeat, lapse, or any of those other things. And then we're bringing in some of our supplier partners as well. So we're talking about things like Alaska. We're bringing in partners to talk about, to do lunch and learns from some of their brands, so you can go a little bit deeper within it. So I think it's going to be a great, and we're also going to have fun when we're talking about this. We have receptions, we have dinners. So there's lots of times to network. This is a relationship industry. And the more you grow your relationships and you deepen those relationships, it can only help you grow your business. So that is high level of what we're looking to do. We have numerous vendors across the spectrum, from hotels to tourism boards to insurance, that are coming in and speaking to us. And we have those opportunities during trade shows, one-on-ones, and also during dinners and all of the free time. And we have some great things. And of course, Zane is coming in, who's the president and CEO of ASTA, to really talk to us about the state of the business. We have headwinds that we're facing, and ASTA is always there behind us. So he's going to talk something about that. What are some of those headwinds that we're facing? So we're looking forward to seeing everyone there, and we have an exciting agenda for the over those few days.
It is a powerful agenda. I love it. I love the fact that it is catered towards more for business development for your travel business instead of more product heavy.
Yeah.
So that to me is so valuable to be able to have that. And plus, having these key speakers speaking to that point as well. And another thing that I just love that what you said was that we are in a relationship industry.
Mhm.
That is spot on. That's why people need to get out of their office and just have that personal connection. I mean, I've worked from from my home since, oh gosh, since 2008.
Mhm.
And I cannot tell you how important it is to get yourself out there to make that investment, not only with your time and with your budget, because it turns around as an asset because you are making those personal connections. You are having that health wellness of actually engaging one-on-one with people and relating and knowing that you're not alone, because sometimes for us that do work out of our home, that don't have that person to be able to bounce off ideas or have that stimulus to be able to just, have that energy. So I love, I'm going to run with what you said. And in some of my other conversations, we are in a relationship industry, and it is huge to be able to try to make the time, put it in the budget to come to these events. So, and the fact too that I see on here that how to leverage trade associations to help you in your business. I absolutely agree with that 100% because there's so many resources out there through different trade associations that they have all these benefits that you may not be using. So I personally just love the fact that you are tapping into topics that you don't typically see at other events. So I think that really makes this event stand out. And I really encourage travel advisors and travel agency owners to really, look at this lineup and understand how valuable it would be for you to be able to attend this event. Now, you talked a little bit about, the suppliers and the trade show. Can you give us kind of an idea of what type of suppliers will be there, like a mix of different destinations or tour operators? Like what
Sure.
can they expect out of your lineup of suppliers?
Sure. So it's a cross section. So we have everyone from sandals, for example, to Palladium hotels. So mixing it up. So whether they're international, whether they're in the US, we have Alaska coming in, which is, one of my personal favorites. I think there's always a confusion somewhat on how to sell Alaska. And it's not just simply by cruise ship, it's also land. So we have Alaska Railroad coming in. We have insurance companies that are coming in. Everyone thinks about insurance, and it's something that should always be part of your sale and your offerings. So we have those coming in. We have individuals from different hoteliers, different tourism companies. So like Kensington, for example. So I think we have a good cross section of close to 60 suppliers that are coming in that run the gamut, and they go across different disciplines on where we're always looking for assistance. So whether it's from a tour operator, whether it's insurance, whether it's a hotelier, whether it is, looking at cruise lines. So like Virgin Voyages is coming. So looking at a cross section of all of the things that we tap into, so you can start building those relationships, and grow, have a greater understanding. You might not know, hey, what does certain companies, or they go by different names, so you don't always know, oh, I didn't think about, Quark is coming. So we're getting into World of Hyatt is coming, some local ones like Norwalk Inn. So it's running the gamut and making sure, you can grow your wealth of business and your offerings, so you understand, what, I thought about Barbados, but I didn't know exactly what there is and what the offerings of from Barbados when they come. What does AIC offer? What does Andaz offer? So it's a really cross section. And then you have, some of the tourism boards like Antigua and Barbuda, Jamaica is going to be there. We have tour companies like Celtic Tours. Have you wanted to sell Ireland and don't think about it? Then we have services like Blue Ribbon Bags. Those are enhancements that you can actually offer to your clients. So I think there's a nice range
Yeah,
of
interesting.
different
Absolutely.
individuals that are going to be exhibiting from there.
I love that. And what I always like to try to encourage, and I actually learned this from another chapter event that during a chat, is that they said that they encourage attendees to, of course, we all have our favorite suppliers that we want to be able to meet up with and catch up with. Take the time to visit every table that's at the
Absolutely.
trade show. because sometimes you have that, feeling like, oh, I don't sell this, or this. You never know what you're going to learn. Maybe they offer a product or service that it's like, wait a minute, I think I do have a few clients that may be able to use this product, or you go to this destination. So always, highly recommend that, go to your favorite tables, go to every table,
Go to
because you
every
never know.
you never know. We also have some, larger host agencies that are going to be there. Some of the host agencies will also be there. So again, there are always conversations and questions and learnings that you can have from any one of these individuals that you decide to meet with. And to your point, stop at their table, have a conversation, chat with them over lunch, or during a break. There are numerous opportunities to kind of connect with these individuals as well as your peers.
Perfect. Spot on. Love it. Now, okay, so I'm excited about your venue. Like, can you tell me a little bit about the Mohegan Sun? This is a casino. Can you kind of talk about your venue a little bit so we know what your attendees can expect?
Sure, I'm
Yes,
going
it's
to
a
turn
resort.
that over to Ann.
Yes, it's a resort and a casino. So there are more than 100 stores located inside the hotel and casino.
Really?
And not only stores, there are lots and lots of eateries there also. I know there's steakhouses there. There's hibachi that's there. So there's so much to do inside of the hotel. It's when you're going in, you probably never come out because of the fact that there's just so much to do on inside all by itself.
That's exciting because I'm a firm believer is that, I love going to events that the venues are interesting because then I get to learn more about it, or there's different things to experience. So I just love the idea about your venue choice. So that's awesome to know. And also too, the attendees, is there anything that your attendees should bring or prepared for? Like, what's the dress code? What your business cards? Do you recommend that? What should your attendees kind of be aware of, how to make the most out of your event?
Well, it's business casual for the attendees. We have a dinner on Monday evening, which we're going to do Ask the Pack fundraiser at the dinner on Monday evening.
Oh, good.
They'll be invited to. So that should be a lot of fun. The dinner and just being able to let go and let loose and speak to everyone that's there in the room. I know normally at Asta we have the gala. We're having a dinner and we're doing it a little bit differently. They normally have the gala with the band, dinner and the DJ.
Still sounds like an awesome time because it's always nice to have dinner and just be able to be relaxed and just listen to some good music and everything. That's excellent. Now, when is your registration deadline, and how do agents and advisors register for your event?
Sure. Registration continues to be open. If you see on the flyer, there is a QR code. There is also a direct link that they can register. We're keeping registration open until Saturday of next week, um, or Friday or Saturday of next week. We're keeping it open. Um, and it's always there 24 hours. You can still do the registration block as well for the hotel. So that is what we're doing.
Okay, and the group, do you have like a group rate available
Yes, we
for
do have a
people?
group rate for
Okay.
Mohegan Sun. It's 197 a night, plus
Okay.
$25 resort fee. But that is a fantastic rate for Mohegan Sun.
Absolutely, for Connecticut,
For Connecticut.
that is an excellent rate.
So, especially when you're getting into those resort types of hotels that have so much to offer. Um, and we're having a great time. And so we have numerous events. We also have a reception on Sunday evening that we hope to see everyone at. Our lunch and learns and all of those things that they can sign up for everything.
Excellent. And so just wanted to double check on the date for when the registration closes. I wanted to get like a, let's see here. So the event starts on the 29th. So do they have until the 28th to register, or is it for,
They
um,
have until the 28th to register.
okay. All right, but we recommend people to register sooner because we all
Absolutely.
know we need to know numbers.
We
And let
need
me
to know
stress that.
numbers.
Yes, stress that. I know I'm a procrastinator. I have, challenges with my ADHD. Sometimes I just get so crazy. But try. If you're interested in this, just don't hold off. Go ahead and register. And actually, let me see here. I got it on the FyndTravel calendar. Of course, you could just hop on the calendar here in travel events. The Travel Excellence Summit is actually, I think, maybe the second or third event listed. You just click on it. This will take you directly to the event registration page. So if you're like, okay, I can't remember, you guys, it says so much awesome stuff about your event. How do I figure out what's taking place? They have this great agenda here, all lined up for you. So I'm pretty impressed with how organized everything is here, and a great way for advisors to really understand how jam-packed your event is. So definitely go check out their registration event website where you can learn more about it, right here at your fingertips as well. And another thing that I want to mention too, and I like to touch this on every chat that I have with ASTA chapter events. I want to stress to everybody that chapter events by ASTA is solely run by volunteers. Okay, these are travel advisors that are taking their time, their expertise, their knowledge of bringing all of these events to you. And it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to be able to put on a large event like this. So I want you to keep in mind that if you're like, well, maybe I'm thinking about going to this other event, and it may not be an event that is supported, or actually, an ASTA event where it is a nonprofit. And with you supporting your ASTA chapters, you're supporting future efforts for them. Because if you do not support your chapter local events or larger events like this, we can't do them. It's hard to be able to sustain great events without having the support of the travel advisor community. So it's always appreciative if you take the moment and think about, okay, this is the event that my peers are running. It's pure volunteer work. I want to help support them. So definitely keep that in mind, that, these events are basically out of heart, soul, sweat,
Yes.
and all that fun
Can I
stuff.
chime
So
in on that, Lisa?
absolutely, Sharon,
Oh
please do.
God, yes, it is. It's about passion, and that's why I'm here. I'm very passionate about the travel industry, along with being a member of ASTA. ASTA is a priceless investment, and I love to spread the word. That's why I pretty much volunteer on the board to do this, to, like you say, being in a physical contact and networking with people is another priceless thing that you can add to your business. Because we're greater in numbers, one, and like I said, and also it's more centralized. I'm pretty sure everybody gets a tsunami of emails from different suppliers and everything. But if you invest yourself and let ASTA provide you with those resources and everything. So that's all I
Absolutely.
have to say about it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Sharon. Yes, it is. It is all about heart, soul, and passion. You got that
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Spot
So,
on. So before I wrap things up, is there anything else you would like to share that we didn't cover? Anything else that may be something that you want to share that we haven't brought up? I think we went over a lot of details so far.
I just wanted to make one point of clarification. While
Sure.
we will have it open, registration open to the 28th, if we hit our number before then, we will shut down registration.
Yes. So definitely. Yep. Great point. You know, you snooze, you lose. That's why I always say, if you wait till the last minute, don't get upset about it. So thank you for mentioning that. Absolutely. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining me today and sharing the details about your wonderful event. I'm super excited to be able to hear more about the event afterwards, because I know it's going to be just an amazing experience for anybody who attends. So and it's definitely a great way for people to come together and make an impact, together, and also make an impact for your travel business, because you're obviously going to have a lot of takeaways and a lot of new connections that you'll make with this event. So for those of you that are tuning in, don't miss out on the chance to attend this event. Registration is still open for the Northeast Travel Excellence Summit. Again, happening June 29th through July 1st at the Mohegan Sun. So come for the education, connections, and also to re-energize and leave with fresh tools to grow your business. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching and being here with us today. And hopefully I get to see you at our next event check-in with Lisa. Hopefully probably sometime next month. We'll be probably hopefully going over the Pennsylvania's chapter, which I believe it's the business symposium. So stay tuned with for dates for that event. So thank you so much, ladies.
All
And
Thank you.
right.
looking forward to
You.
hearing about your
Thank
event.
you.
So much,
Take
Lisa.
care. See you
You,
next week, guys.
Yeah.
thanks. You take care.